Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and we are playing Rakdos Devils. I need to get a better name for this one, and so guys, leave it down in the comments below. Chat's going to be helping me out as well because as we know, a deck is only as good as its name. That's obviously the most important thing obviously that you can be doing. We got a bunch of new Devils in Jumpstart, starting off with Zurzoth Chaos Rider, 3 mana. This is also an awesome commander as well. It's just a really cool card. Whenever an opponent draws their first card each turn, if it's not their turn, so if they draw a card on your turn, then you create a 1/1 red devil creature token with, when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So the typical Tybalt devil that we get here. And then whenever one or more devils you control attack, one or more players and those players each draw a card, then discard a card at random. So you do get to draw cards. You're forcing them to draw cards. You're creating devils. You also have to discard at random, which is a little bit awkward for this deck. But we also are kind of fine with stuff going to the graveyard in our deck to an extent. And so we have some extra little cards in here that make sure that we can replay stuff. So we have Unburial Rites, and we have things that come back with Escape, Kroxa, Roast Rider, and also some other flashback cards that all make this deck worth. It's okay if stuff goes to our graveyard or gets discarded randomly because we can't just outvalue them for the most part. And then we also have a card here new with Jumpstart, Sin Prodder. So 3 mana devil with minutes, 3/2. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Any opponent may have you put that card into your graveyard. If a player does, it deals damage to player equal to that card's converted mana cost. Otherwise, put it into your hand. So I was debating on bringing like Bedazzle or something like that into this deck, where cards that have the dual sides actually have converted mana costs equal to both of them combined. So it's 8 converted mana costs here. And so if they did not want me to draw a Bedazzle off the top of my deck, they'd have to take 8 damage from it. And a lot of times people don't know that side of things. Like you can get people here and there with that kind of game plan. And so that was one idea I was thinking about going with, but I decided just to go Devil Tribal, which we do have reason to be playing Devils, and that is with Rakdos the Showstopper, which I'm so glad we actually get to play this like in a deck that's legitimate around devils and demons and stuff. So when it enters the battlefield, flip a coin for each creature that isn't a demon, devil, or imp. Destroy each creature whose coin comes up tails. And so with all of our devils out, we're not going to have our stuff even flip to have a shot of it dying or not. We do have things like Ghost Rider in here, Kroxa, whatnot. So yeah, some stuff might die, but we're kind of fine with that as long as it's mostly a one-sided board wipe. If we get to kill even 2 or 3 of their creatures, Rakdos is amazing. It's a flyer, it's trample, so a perfect top end for our deck. And so we're kind of going through this. We have this kind of like grindy value engine, just keep pinging and damage at face with the devils that can ping at any target. So luckily we do get to either ping and hit some creatures. We get to kill all the decks that are going wide. We get to put up a bunch of creatures just to chump block as well. And then hopefully start putting damage towards face with things like Mayhem Devil, which that's the reason why we have Roast Rider in here, being able to just sacrifice our devils, have Mayhem Devil, and just kind of throw all the damage there at face. And it's also just another good devil for us in the deck. And so that is basically the game plan. We get Ingrath, the Flame Chain up on the top end here as well. Just a really good Rakdos card. It's great if you're playing a little bit more mid-rangey. Since we're so heavy in the 3-drop slot, this does end up being pretty good for us. And so yeah, that's basically the game plan. Sin Prodder to help put more stuff into the graveyard, deal damage to face, or put extra cards into our hand, which is sweet. Unburial Rites to be able to bring back all the things that we would like to bring back to the board. Things like Rakdos the Showstopper. I mean, Unburial Rites doesn't have a ton of amazing targets with this one, but as long as we just keep grinding out value with Zurzoth, with Mayhem Devils, everything like that, we should be able to close out the game. And so that's basically the game plan with this one. I feel like this deck would do better. Everything in Historic right now probably does better with having a sideboard, being able to actually play best of 3. Playing best of 1 in Historic is hard because there's so many. Every deck has bad matchups. That's just going to happen. And this is where I feel like in Historic, I might start playing a little bit more best of 3. I'm not going to do it for this one, but in the future, I'd like to know if you guys want to see more best of 3 for Historic rather than just best of 1, because Historic is a format where, like I was saying, there are such bad matchups for every single deck. You can't really build a main board that covers every possibility unless you're basically playing control. And even then, you're going to have a hard time against aggro. You're going to have a hard time against whatever, unless you bring in more stuff from the sideboard. So yeah, overall, I think this deck will be powerful. I think it's going to do good. Of course, there's bad matchups, but we're going to have fun as we play it. And yeah, go ahead and wish me luck, and we're going to jump right into it. All right, up against Dabsol. So we only have one plains in the deck and a few ways to get white mana so that we can flash back the Unburial Rites. It looks like we ran into a lot of that stuff. We are going to keep this. We're so heavy in the 3-drop slot that if we have 3 drops and we have the ability to get to them, we're going to keep it. It's good. Yeah. Play this tap, pass the turn. This is a little bit slow, especially being on the draw against another deck. Yeah, we'll see if we can actually take this on. 2-drop, please, oh please. Give me a Kroxa. Kroxa off the top for the best displays possible. More Shocklands. I'm okay with more Shocklands. Pass the turn. Alright, so we're going to play out Zurzoth Rider right away. Try to get some value going with drawing cards. If it gets to attack in, we each draw a card, discard a card, all that jazz. Explore. Alright, go Chaos Rider. Pass the turn. Yeah, I think that we just did too few things for too long here against a deck that had Explorers and stuff. Oracle of Moldiah. Good thing they're not doing anything crazy or anything. This would be really bad. Gosh dang it. Yeah. And like I said, there are just bad matchups that you run into with all of this. I guess we hold on to the swamp. We do have to discard at random here. And so we'll keep more things in hand so we can have a better chance of discarding swamps here. So make him draw a card. We get to create a devil. Discard the Mayhem Devil. That was annoying. That's how it happens. So we know they have a Lightning Strike off the top. We have another Zurzoth, so that's fine. Do we go for Tibalt or Woestrider is the question here. I think it's probably Tibalt, because then we can Woestrider and immediately have 2 damage to ping at Oracle or whatever.
This devilishly fun. Oh, they're so cute.
Kill Zurzoth. Rude. Only 1 card left in hand. I mean, that at least is kind of nice. Once we do get to kill the Oracle here, that's pretty good. Yeah, I do kind of want to guarantee that we kill this. And so let's go ahead and swing in first. Down to 14, play Woestrider. Alright, sack this. Hit Oracle. They're gonna play Growth Spiral. Yeah, I keep Kroxa. Yeah, keep Kroxa again. And pass the turn. Alright, not too shabby. We do need to find more red mana so we can actually play things like Devil's Play. We found way too much white mana for this deck. That is a 1,000-Year Storm. That's terrifying. Alright, well, let's go for... I don't want to discard the Rakdos. This is our best chance of actually closing out the game quickly. So go ahead and play the Rakdos out. We do lose the goat. Drats. Down to 13. Next turn we get to play Kroxa, Zurzoth. We're fine with Devil's Play getting discarded. And this puts up a pretty good clock for us. Okay, they get an opt. What do they find? They don't get a copy for the first one. Keeps it on top. That means it's something. Oh my flippin' heck. 1,000-Year Genesis Ultimatum. Gonna be all lands though, watch. Absolutely nothing. You can't draw anything. For the love. Another 1,000-Year Storm comes out. They get an Uro triggered. They have 2 more lands out. 28 cards left in the library. They shock it in. Not a good sign. I think they have... Do they have enough to go for another Genesis Ultimatum if they have it? Devil's Play also goes to any target, so we do have lethal on board. Yeah, that was like the top deck of the century. I mean, they had the Opt deck for it, but 1000 Year... It was Growth Spiral into 1000 Year Storm into Opt into Genesis Ultimatum. Everything was on the top. They didn't even have to scry. That's just what it was. So, I mean, that's cool. Glad you got that going for you, sir. Good for you. Yeah, Explore and Growth Spirals seem like they'd be really good in 1000 Year Storm. In fact, we need to build this deck and play it. That's the thing that's got to happen. Okay, Lightning Strikes with double 1000 Year Storm goes off. We get died. This triggers another few times. Yeah, good game. All right, I got up against ABN Smokey. Good hand, we'll keep this. We have kind of just the Rakdos sack side of it, which is not too shabby. Oh, Gobos. Stinking Gobos. String them in. We do hit the land, so we get to... We probably just play Woe Strider, make sure that we kill Skirk Prospector. It's too powerful of a card. They can have Muxus on the next turn. Not okay. Alright, swing in. They take it. We go Woe Strider. Sack this. Kill a Prospector. Got him. Sin Prodder, more 3-drops is fine. I'd like to hit a land here, but that does potentially give us a bunch of cards on top. The one issue with Sin Prodder is that they have no downside of putting lands from the top of your library into the graveyard instead. So if you're trying to find lands, it can hurt us. At the same time, though, most of our deck is in the 3-drop slot. There are odds of us still just getting two things going at once. All right, so we do get to kill this Conspicuous Snoop. So Mayhem Devil. Yeah, opponent scoops it up. Yeah, Woe Strider, Mayhem Devil, anything else that kind of sacrifices up against a Goblins deck is so powerful. All right, so up against Sully, I think we do mulligan this. We do have a 2-drop into some 3-drops. We can keep this. It's not amazing, not the worst. Fabled Passage with Mayhem Devil is kind of nice. If we hit another land, there's the other land. Tybalt seems like it's going to be decent here now. Go Kroxa. Do I have a name for the little girl? Yeah, it's going to be Ember. Like the flame. Chromatic Lantern. Sanctums. Well, that's a bunch of crap. Dang it. All right, so we can bring up Mayhem Devil and actually have more attacks. If it does get removed right away, like Tybalt can be nice here too. I think it is Mayhem Devil though. We need to put pressure towards the life total now. Shrines is one of those decks where, because we're on the draw, it has a much higher chance of winning here. Being on the play is everything. The fact that they got to Sanctum Vault that quick too, so bad for us. See, Ingress Rampage would have been amazing 1 turn ago. If we had been able to get the Chromatic Lantern earlier, so nice. All right, swing in. Yeah, Sanctum Vault on turn 4. I guess we go ahead and try to get this. So sack an artifact. Yeah, they get rid of the Chromatic Lantern. We do get to ping them. Pass the turn. The Sanctum Wall, though, I don't know how we really beat this, because, yeah, they bring out the black one. They start getting life from it. Oh, no, he makes us discard. And they start drawing more cards. Okay. This is actually pretty fine then. All right, so first off, Fable Passage. Sack and Crack. We know we're going to be discarding the Unburial Rites, so grab Plains for that. Play Footlight Fiend. Tybalt. No life gain for you, sir.
To my symphony of pain.
Yeah, taking away the life gain is actually pretty big there. They can't just tap down stuff for days. Yeah, I don't think we can. I still don't think we can actually beat this. I'm trying to think of what we can find. Ways to give direct damage would be nice. Woe Striders and just like kind of going wide with these tokens could be decent. Chromatic Lantern. Their best play is probably to do that. And now try to kill the Tybalt. Down to 8. Yeah.
Fine then. I'll leave.
All right, play out Croxa.
I'll just go torture someone else.
I'm sticking in this for a turn, even though it's probably not the best idea to do so. We'll see if they decide to get the right ones. They should just go grab the Symptoms that gain you life. That is the one to be hitting. Yeah. Dudes, shrines are actually legit. It's really sketchy in the early game, but once they hit, it's so powerful. I like to let them actually play it out too. I mean, come on. How often do you actually get to win with shrines? Maybe a little bit more often than we think, but it's cool. Gosh dang it. Why'd you tap down the plains? Why would you do that? Could have Unburial Rites, brought back Croxa for not actually any value, but I could have done it, okay? Alrighty. We do get Croxa on turn 2 into Mayhem Devil, Tybalt. I mean, yeah, this is good. It's a little bit harder for a deck to run into turn 1, turn 2 plays, so when we have them and good 3 drops, we keep. Ooh. Yeah, we don't play that. Actually, so there is something we said about trying to play out Footlight Fiend and not getting out Crocs on turn 2, letting it come out as we sacrifice with Mayhem Devil to get an extra pingage. But it's a lot easier to play around a 1 drop and play it later on just fine. Thus, Legion Zealot. Go Croxa, pass the turn. Tybalt might be a pretty good play here over the Mayhem Devil just to start turn off some life gain if it is vampires. I don't know about the red though. Okay, Terror of the Peaks, Mardu something or other. Intriguing. Woe Strider into Mayhem Devil. We get to have a blocker that can come back just fine. Pass the turn. There is even something we said about bringing in the whole Cauldron Familiar combo here, because, I mean, all you really need to make a deck really good is Mayhem Devil, Woe Strider, and the Cauldron Familiar package, and it's really good. All right, exiling the Croxa. Rude. Okay, down to 15. Showstopper seems fun. Is this deck gonna have life gain? I don't think we care about it too much here. Play Mayhem Devil, play the Footlight Fiend. Should I swing in with the goat just to send the message? Swing in with the goat. That's right. Take it. Eat it. You got goated. Gosh dang it. Alright, this is an interesting deck. I've not seen anything like this. Yeah. We'll definitely trade off here. They may want stuff in the deck with Elspeth Conqueror's Death, I guess. Alright, play Zerzoth. Actually, playing the Tybalt might have been better there because we can't play it now on the next turn. No attacks past the turn. Another ECD. Good for you there. We're playing a Devil Tribal deck. Up against Mardu craziness going on. Send the message again. I'm not okay with this. All right, Terror of the Peaks comes out. Yeah, and then Bone Crushy comes out. Hits for a lot and a half. If we had hit land to get to like Rakdos Showstopper as a dream like that, we could have had a shot here. But as it is, what, dude? They're gonna kill my goat. Whoa, bro, not cool. Yeah, good game. I'll let them finish it out. I guess all they have to do is swing, right? We'll concede. All right. Yeah. All right, up against Mr. McKay. Bring it on. Keep it. Pass the turn. Okay, Dragon Skull Summit comes out. So also a Rakdos deck. Gutterbones would be pretty decent here too. Let's see here. Mayhem Devil would be really nice to get out if they do end up sacrificing anything. The Woe Strider is nice because I can just instant speed kill Elisa Gutterbones. So it does more on this turn. It is easier to kill if they have Stompy, all that kind of stuff. Pass the turn. Keep Footlight Fiend as a blocker. We can just double block, and it's okay. Oh, oops. All right, I'm gonna block both because I'm expecting them to have like light up the stage or something like that. So block here. I'd love to keep this around for the Mayhem Devil. Okay, Village Rites doesn't get the Footlight Fiend to actually trigger. I guess we keep the goat around then. All right, draws 2 cards. Yeah, let's go ahead and just kill it. Keep the goat around for Mayhem Devil. And Burial Rites. I don't think we care for that right now. Nothing really in the graveyard to actually get back. Ooh, Witch's Oven and College Familiar. Okay, play our Footlight Fiend here first. Then play Mayhem Devil. Swing in, they block and sack and all that kind of stuff, but that's cool. Dude, it's amazing how powerful this whole combo is. It's so good. Like, we're playing in a historic format where there's a lot of other stuff, and still Rakdos Sack, I feel like, is a very, very powerful card here. All right, let's go ahead and sack the goat real quick. Pink face. Tybalt on top. Stopping the life gain from the cat could be decent. What else can we find, though? I guess we want to find all of our other stuff. Life gain is nice. Being able to have more of the devil type effects is okay. Okay, sack Mayhem Devil. Get another ping. It's definitely not amazing, but it's better than drawing just another land off the top right now. All right, play Tybalt. Create a devil. I'm doing this now so that we can have more potential triggers. Swing in with both. Yeah, Down to 17, pass the turn. This is turning into a rather grindy matchup. More emotes on no, no, no whenever you cancel someone's creature. No, no, no. What's Jurassic Park? That's what's the magic word? Do I want to scry here? I can also get another creature to the graveyard so I can have a better chance of getting it back. Yeah, let's go ahead and scry. That does give us Rakdos. All right, keep the land. Cauldron Familiar. Play Tybalt. Rakdos the Showstopper. Playing it now because if it does actually kill the cat, it's nice. Yeah, all right, sweet. Because they had an extra food out, now if they bring it back in and sack with this or trade, we are at least are still getting in for some damage. It's not as worthwhile for them anymore. Down to 15, pass the turn. Yeah, whoever expects Rakdos to be coming out there? Yeah, no life gain is amazing right now. Like Tybalt, that's part of the reason that we play this deck too, is Tybalt itself is probably what makes this deck powerful enough. Or not enough, but like Tybalt shuts down so many decks in Historic right now. So many. All right, keeping this. Hoping to find the third land to bring in this untapped. We get to see the other side of this. We had not seen like a single Sin Prodder this entire game. We found one and we played it out, and then I think they scooped immediately. So, or we won like on that turn anyway. So Sin Prodder, we're gonna actually get a chance to play this. I'm really excited to see how it does. In this hand, we have Footlight Fiend and we have the Ingress Rampage. Unfortunately, I don't think we actually get to play that on turn 2. So we'll see if we need to, and we'll probably just play Fabled Passage on turn 2 to make sure we get to turn 3. Yeah. All right, Swamp, Footlight, pass the turn. All right, so we play Fable Passage, swing in, pass the turn. All right, where's our Tybalt? We need a Tybalt. I guess we can just kill this as well. That's a card that's probably worth killing. Is that better than just going for a Sin Prodder here? All right, attack in first. See if they go for the trade. Yeah, let's go on the removal plan for a little bit here. All right, so target creature player sacrifices a creature. get rid of you. Soul Wardens are just way too powerful. And so if they are playing just a lot of life gaining type of stuff, we get Bedevil on the next turn as well, which seems good. All right, Fable Passage and Sin Prodder pass the turn. We can kill Pridemate in response to them attacking or doing stuff, so I'm not terribly worried here. Sarah Ascendant, okay. You know you want to swing with Pridemate. Actually, so how does it trigger? I'm trying to remember how this works. So okay, they gain life, trigger there. Let's go ahead and grab some white mana for the Unburial Rites now. We can play everything. Okay, so Prodder, Godless Shrine off the top. Do you want to put it to our hand? We draw an extra card, or do you want to put it into the graveyard? Questions, questions. And you'll take damage equal to its converted mana cost, which is 0 for the land. So that's on the upkeep, so it's before we actually draw cards. So that's nice, at least. So Bedevil, kill Pridemate, swing in for 3. Hold back Footlight Fiend. And then Mayhem Devil, hopefully with some sacrifice outlets at some point, will be good. Swing in here. Okay. Down to 16. Sarah Ascendant not going to be big anytime soon, especially with them paying life. They do hit land. Oh yes, swing with Sarah Ascendant. You know you want to. Do it. Do it. Oh, fine. It's a lot of lands. That is a lot of lands off the top there. That's a whole lot of not coolness. Alright, go Mayhem Devil. Swing, and we'll go ahead and swing here too. Maybe. Yeah, sure. Down to 11, pass the turn. The Johnny.
Should all strive for a peaceful future. A pure soul can inspire others.
We are drawing 2 cards a turn. Like that is pretty sweet stuff. We're also drawing a bunch of dead cards every turn. Not as sweet of stuff. So I can swing with both of these at Johnny, make sure Johnny dies. They trade off with one of them. And I'm assuming it's the Mayhem Devil. I could swing here, kill the Healer's Hawk. Swing here. Sin Prodder I think is better for us, but we also have Unburial Rites to get 2 things back. So yeah, I think we just go all in. Make sure Johnny dies. Like, we aren't drawing enough stuff to make anything worthwhile anyway.
Let my friends down.
Oh, the Devil does have Menace. I forgot about that. Good call. Right. Call the Death Dweller seems like it might be decent in this deck as well. Because we have a lot more cheaper creatures. They keep giving it to us. I mean, which is kind of cool and also intriguing. All right, Mayhem Devil, go. Swing, swing, swing. All right, I'm just trying to kill the Healer's Hawk here. That was the main goal. Keep some damage going. Yeah, hit face. I mean, I guess we already have the flashback. Might as well do this. We're not doing anything better. It feels like such a terrible play. 5 mana to bring back a 1/1. But what else are we gonna do, right? Alright, Argyle's Bloodfast keeps drawing them cards. They can use this on the flip side to sacrifice and gain life equal to Pridemate's life. So like they do have a lot of life still. As long as they untap with 5 or less life. Sarah Ascendant number dos. All right. Give me some card draw. Tybalt. Tybalt's good. We cannot bring that back. All right, you're going to take 3 then? Dude, so many lands. How many lands have we hit off the top 40 or 20 cards? All right, so swing, swing. Yeah, just that. Intriguing. Back to 7. Even like running to a castle. All right, so how many cards have we hit here? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the top 20 cards. 22. So I guess it's about right. Still though, feels wrong. Pass the turn. I only have 24 lands in the deck. This is just really poor running with Sin Prodder. All right, so they can start gaining life, 9 a turn. Or more. That's good. That's really, really good. We could triple block. Bring back the Sin Prodder. Let's see, we get to do 9 back. But we'll play the long game. Down to 7. Up to a bunch and a half. 2 counters here. Rakdos Showstopper. All right, takes it down to 6. All right. Play Mountain, play Kroxa. All right, sacks, and that's game. So we have the Embarrassed Rights to bring back Rakdos Showstopper. We have a bunch of stuff. So they did put it to the graveyard. They did take 6. So Sin Prodder, I mean, we hit tons of lands during that game, but at the same time, we also, like, Sin Prodder was what won us the game there. So I was kind of waiting to see how good that card could be. And answer is, it's pretty busted. It's pretty flippin' sweet. I like it lots. Up against Demafoon. Bring on Demafoon. Yeah, perfect opening hand. A Footlight Fiend. So 2 Footlight Fiends for the next turn, or Kroxa if we feel like it. I think we can wait on Kroxa. Kroxa's a little bit better when actually maybe playing out 2 drops. So the nice thing here is that now we can play English Rampage and something if we hit a land. But I think I want to go for the Zurzoth Chaos Riders instead. These are 2 cards in hand that we're fine discarding at random as well. So this is just a more aggro play. Anyway, what I was saying is that Kroxa does do a little bit better for us more when they have less cards in hand. It's a higher chance of hitting something useful. But we will play it here. And no land, kind of awkward. After all the lands we drew last game, that's okay. That's cool. It's cool. It's all good. Doesn't play anything still. All right, we're gonna keep getting in for damage. They also are missing land drops. Not quite the same as us. All we have to do with this deck is get to 3 lands. So 24 is perfect for us. Anything more is great. Ooh, what in the world? All right, let's go. Man, I really want to make sure we get this Sin Prodder. We might go Sin Prodder this turn. I think that getting card advantage is going to be more valuable here. Getting the Archangel Pingages is also good. If we can get to Tybalt, that helps here. A smidge. Languish. Rude. Alright, go Zurzoth. Pass the turn. Alright, Obliterator. That is the perfect answer for the Obliterator, so glad we have it. Blood Crypt tapped. Swing in. Discarding at random. What do we lose? Not the Woe Strider. Alright, perfect. Life is great. If we hit land, we might just bring back the Sin Prodder. I think in some ways that might be better. We'll see, though. Eliminates. Rude. Timoret. Okay, let's just go Croxa. Sanctum of Stonefangs, 2 mana. I mean, this has done a ton of damage. A ton, like, just by itself, not too shabby. They've had a lot of removal. All of the removals. Oh no. Oh, I should have Unburial Rites last time. They can do that in response to us doing other stuff now too. Gosh dang it. Alright, so if we go for Unburial Rites now, this dies. Lame. Alright, Woe Strider. We still have a big bomb to run into. Pass the turn. This is a good turn for you to play another Phyrexian Obliterator, and we will sack it. It will get racked by the Rakdos. Massacre Worm. Alright, so we sack first, because everything that dies while this is out, we lose 2 life. So, ooh, Croxa. We're going to keep exiling stuff. They actually don't this turn, so... if we don't hit anything else, we hit Unburial Rites, so I guess we don't even play Croxa just yet. Yeah, I think we're trying to dig for land for the Rakdos. Yeah, so land for Rakdos is the best. A very intriguing deck. I'm kind of liking this. Oh, for the love. Alright, so we are at... they have lethal on board. Alright, this creates 2 blockers for us, so I guess that's the best play. Alright, if we hit this Rakdos and we get to kill the Massacre Worm, we are back in the game. If we don't, we kind of screwed. 2, 4... if they have a Grey Merchant, we're dead. Yeah, I think we just block like this, though. Sacrifice, see if we can hit that stinking land. We've dug a little bit deep to try to find a land here. Have to dig deeper. We've put in, I think, we've gone through the top 6 cards of our library. There it is. All right, here is the potential. Should have swung with Woe Strider first, I think. Oh well. If it dies, we take 2, and then we take 1, and then hopefully we can find life. No, Massacre Worm stays alive. Come on, deck. Alright, that's cool. Says it's a good game. Yeah. Exiles, good game. They could have just swung in if we blocked. It also dies. The Massacre Worm's effect will still stay even as other stuff dies. So I really like the deck they had there. That was sweet. The Sanctum, surprisingly effective there. How much damage did that do over the course of the turn? Like we went how many turns? Like 7 or 8. It was out in turn 2, so it did at least 6 points of damage. So 2 mana deals 6, gain 6 is not a bad way to go at all. That is a fantastic card. I definitely want to play something like that in the future. I didn't really think about that just being like a good value engine. That could even come into some like control decks. Just has like a semi-win condition if you're pinging in here and there. All right, heading into the wrap up with this one. overall, I think this deck is really fun. It is janky. It is Devils versus, you know, anything else that you're doing. At the same time, though, I think this one's worth giving a shot. I think that we had a lot of different win conditions in the deck. I like having Crocs in it. I like having Woe Strider in the deck. There was a lot of cards that I'd love to have run into more often or at the right times. We saw how powerful Sin Prodder was in some of the games. We saw how powerful Zerzoth was in some. Again, we just didn't run into him that often in all of our games that we played. And so, I don't know, it's fun. It's a good deck. It's powerful. It's also janky, which I love jank, you know, so it's all good. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you guys are interested in seeing more of this stuff, check out the link down in the description below to follow me on Twitch. Make sure you hit the love button there on Twitch. Follow me. It's appreciated greatly. And yeah, we'll go and jump into some other stuff.